Hey, welcome back. I'm Corey. We're going to talk about a cool topic today that you can come at from a number of different angles. And it's that buzzword called phrasing. And we're going to apply it to blues soloing in a sort of simple form, right? We're going to take an idea and we're going to move it around to kind of get ultra expressive with it and do something that you might not have seen or tried before. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a simple pentatonic line. We'll be playing out of A minor pentatonic. And we're just going to take a line like this. Basically the scale, shuffle eighth notes up and down, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to basically change the starting point of that every time. So what I could do right there is say, count it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll play on the downbeat. And it comes right in with the band. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's 8 eighth notes in a measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? What if we started it on the first eighth note, which would be the and? So we make a rest on beat 1, but then we play on the and. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's a little bit different, right? Downbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, up. You've already created this cool little melody just by taking those group of eighth notes and going burp and moving it down an eighth note. Guess what? You can move it again to beat number 2, 2 and, 3, 3 and so on. I'm going to do that in this example, and I'm going to flash a little graphic up when the particular beat that I'm starting on occurs. I'll probably do twice through on the downbeat, twice through on the up, then the down, then the up, and so on and so forth. This is really cool, especially when you hear players make the most out of their riffs. Maybe they just have a simple line like this, but maybe they want to go 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. Now, yeah, I'm adding different rhythms in there, some 16th notes and things like that, but the starting place is different. So, like, what I like to do is make it easy for you first, and if this is something you're really into, you can add a lot more sophisticated rhythms and phrasing, okay? That's what you want to be thinking about, so then you can make the most out of just your small pentatonic ideas. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Anything like that, anything super simple, that's what we want to start with. What I'm going to do is I'll include the track and I'll include a tab that takes you through the same riff, this riff I just played, starting it on each eighth note. And if you don't have Guitar Pro, it's a worthy investment because then you download the Guitar Pro file and that'll play it for you. Speaking of tabs and tracks, I get a lot of questions, where are the tabs, where are the tracks? If you go to this YouTube video, down below, you're going to see my little description. It'll say show more. And it's right above where there's like a merch store. Hit the button that says show more. Boom, a drop-down window will happen. Bunch of links, my website, tabs and tracks, bunch of different course links, gear I use, all that kind of stuff. So if you're new to YouTube and haven't really jumped into that description area, that's where it is. That'll take you to a page where you put your email in and you get access to a bunch of Dropbox folders that has all this stuff. Okay, so a lot of people say, just get to it, don't start yapping. Well, I gotta explain what the heck I'm doing here, right? So we're gonna play first. I'm gonna play some of that stuff. I'll flash the graphic up. Then I'm gonna play another example where I'll kind of just take my take on it with some simple riffs. And then I wanna teach you a little bit over the track as well, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's get into the track. so that was kind of a way of explaining it with the text and playing that riff over the 12 bar. Let's hear me dive in and embellish a little bit more. I'm not gonna play anything crazy. This is just conceptual, okay? So let's jump in, have a listen, and then I'll teach you over the track and we'll talk about it even further. All right, let's do it. All right, so I got the track pulled up and I want to walk you through some of these rhythms. And really what we're just thinking about here, this is all you really have to do to get started with this. If this is new to you or you're one of those sort of rhythmically impaired people, I know, I hear it from you guys that you're having trouble with finding your place in the song or the beats and that sort of thing. I'm going to help you do that. And we're going to listen to the drums when we do that. So when we listen to this, the downbeat is generally attached to a number, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Upbeats are typically ands, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, particularly in this shuffle type feel, okay? Now, so we're not gonna go into technically the shuffle eighth note or the triplet feel or any of that stuff. Just trust me on this. Think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Not enough time to talk about that. So I'm gonna play the track and I'm just gonna count for you. Let's go back to the beginning, that would help. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now when you're listening to that on your own, I want you to think kick, snare, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those really loud sounds in the drum kit are giving you 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's giving you all the clues in what to listen to. Lots of times the ride cymbal will go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's how you lean on a track like this. Now for our downbeat, we're going to start it again. And when we listen to those count-ins, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. See how I'm hitting with the kick drum? Let's try it on the upbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's in between the kick and snare now. 1. Upbeat. 1. Let's go back to the downbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Upbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. Let's try this. So right there, we're hearing the difference between an upbeat and a downbeat. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. The downbeats are really hard driving. So much Western music in our country, in our world, is very downbeat driven. Bam, 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 bam. But in a lot of other countries, upbeats want a lot of upbeats occur. Okay, so it feels different. That's why it makes you want to dance, because the upbeats are funky, okay? The downbeats are really driving home, okay? So if I'm mixing it up, let's go back to the top. Oh, 1, 2, 3, down. I'll do the downbeat again. right? So it's not necessarily the same line, but it's the starting point that changes. And really what all I was doing there was going between the beat number 1 and the and of 1. And what you're gonna see in the tab and what I did in the earlier performance is I took it all the way up to 3 and. So it's taking you in these different spots in the 12 bar that makes it sound like you're not just going this all the time. Even when you shift it by a little eighth note, it still feels better, okay? So again, when we have that kind of groove and we have the feeling of upbeats and downbeats, we can kind of get crazy. Let's see what happens. Woo. All right, so just playing around there a little bit, trying to show you how you can take some of the licks and riffs and scales and notes that you already know, and just by moving where they start in that rhythm is really important. So remember, this is the pulse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and downbeat. Upbeat, 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 down, up, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down, down. I just sang a blues solo right there, all with rhythm, okay? It's tricky, and it's not for every student at the moment. Looks like I was probably distorting my mic like crazy. Oh well, we're gonna have to fix that. In any case, this isn't gonna be for everybody to wrap their heads around right away, right? But it is a very, very, very important thing to consider when you're trying to make the most out of what you already know and to try to make some of your own ideas last longer, go farther. You know, when you see these players that can just solo for days and you're like, man, they must have 1,000 licks in their bag that they learn. They're repeating them all the time. No, they're not. This is what they're doing. Whether it's Derek Trucks, John Scofield, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, they all did a lot with what they had, and this is a big part of it. All right, so that's it. Fun little idea. I love talking about this stuff, and I really hope you dive into it deeper and make sure you listen to what I said about getting the tabs and the tracks, because I have a really cool guitar profile that I'll make a PDF as well, and you guys can have that. If not, you can always email me, and you can leave a message in the comments below. Tell me what you want to see more of on this channel, and thank you so much for the support so far. It's been a great ride. I've been loving talking to everybody and interacting. We're having a blast, and we're getting better all the time. You know, this thing it's a journey, it's an adventure, and let me be your tour guide. That'd be fun. I'm along for the ride as long as you are. All right, I'm Corey Congilio, and stick around, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again. Take care.